I'm very pleased to be interviewing Mark Altschuler, who's Vice President, National Advertising Sales for Comcast Spotlight. Mark, thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Charlene. It's nice to be here.
Well, let's start with your background. How did you get to where you are today?
I was able to combine two things that I've always really loved: sales and television. So, it always seemed like this would be a perfect business for me to be in, and I am. Started in the business 30 years ago. Um, Essentially got into the business over at Telerep, which, was one of the big rep firms back then. They had a training program. Didn't know that much about the television business, but got myself in there, and then I was fortunate really from there. There was a bunch of talent at that company, and I kind of latched on to people who I admired and respected. There was a lot of hard workers. Kind of always went to a mentor type of mentality when I was especially young. Learned a lot there in my 5 years there, and then went from there. I always kind of had this entrepreneurial side to me, so I meandered through a series of either startups or organizations that were always trying to develop a business plan that hadn't quite existed before, it was always felt like it was a challenge, but it just seems like what I was attracted to. I mean, it was this way at Comcast Spotlight when I got over here 10 years ago. We really didn't have a national ad sales group. The company started up, as I said, in about 2002 when Comcast acquired the AT&T system. Suddenly they got very big, and they needed to put a national ad sales unit in place, and it was another startup. So I got there at the time. I had some relationship with the guys who were really founding it, Charlie and Hank and John Tierney, and I was fortunate to be part of the introduction of that organization, and it was really very consistent with things that I've done most of my career. Never really the favorite, always the underdog, always building systems and process and fundamentals, always seemingly learning a lot. Just been what I've been attracted to, and what I still like about this is there seems that we're still not really where we want to be. We're still fighting to grow a business that's I think has terrific potential, and it still very much suits my personality, and frankly I still run in here every day, so I guess it still works, and it's all good.
Mark, you've been on the sales side for a number of years. Has the media sales process changed, and if so, how?
Well, I think in a lot of ways the answer is yes, and in a lot of ways the answer is no. I mean, the fundamentals of the business haven't changed. You got to prepare well. You have to know the product well. You have to be energized and enthusiastic all the time in sales. Those things are way older than me. That's always how it's been in sales. You got to know customers. You got to get out of your office and go see the clients all the time and work hard to establish a legitimate relationship with them. So that part of it has always been the same. There's a lot more technology going on these days than certainly there was when I started. I mean, of course, with computers and the software behind the computers, and then, the coming on of the internet behind that, not to mention the technology associated with, our business in terms of, the set-top box and distribution and Xfinity. So all that's changed tremendously, and requires a lot more knowledge and a lot more technical aspects. But when you get past all that stuff, it's still getting out and seeing customers and presenting a product that helps their business, that helps them achieve the things that are important to them. In media, it's all about targeted reach and frequency, getting to the right viewers, the right audience. We're good at it. We do it well, and we work hard to make sure that we can serve the customers. And so, to really answer your question, in a lot of ways things have changed dramatically. In a lot of ways they're still as basic as they've ever been in sales. So